Welcome back. Here we have Mr. James Horn and we have Mr. Devontae Horn.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Now, Mr. James Horn has brought Devontae. Devontae is his son. He brought him here because apparently Devontae is having what the women would call issues with the way he treats them. So, James, could you expound on that a little bit?
Well, my son feels as though women are a gift to him versus taking the responsibility and cherishing one woman and respecting her for who she is. He wants to grab as many women as he possibly can, and they take care of him per se.
Dad, I just feel like every woman should be loved, Every one of them,
So, let me get this right. When you say every woman should be loved,
Yeah.
you get as many as you can.
Yes.
And how do you treat them? Like,
I treat him like a queen.
is this true, Dad?
Yes.
No. I don't know where my son get this. He was brought up in a home where he saw, by example, a father love his mother and take care of her and honor her and cherish her. But this stuff that he's got inside of him, I don't know where he's got it.
So when you say that, I guess he treats women bad. For one, he just feels as though he can have as many as he wants at one time. What exactly are the things that you've seen him do, and or what have you seen him do? What's not accepted, or that we wouldn't accept as women and as people watching this?
First of all, he doesn't have a job. Second of all, everything that he has or he owns or he gathers, it comes from a certain particular woman. From the shoes to the jewelry to the car to the gas to the cell phone, all these things are lavish upon him. And he's living a facade. And it's time out for that. I feel like it's time for our young men to come back to reality and respect our women.
But that's one of my jobs, To show the women a good time, To show them a good time, how they want to be treated,
What's a good time that you
Good
showing these
time,
women? I mean, you got some nice kicks on you.
Yeah.
You look rather sharp.
Yeah,
but,
Keisha bought them for me.
Keisha. Wow, Keisha.
Yeah, you bought them.
What do you
Thank
tell
you,
these
Keisha.
women, Devontae? What are you telling these women to get them to do these things for you?
Oh, just, one of my many talents, just. How you doing, baby?
That works?
Oh, yes, it works every time.
Wow. Okay.
It works every time.
Okay, so besides the fact that you're using these
I'm
women
not
for
using them.
everything,
I'm not using them.
how old are you?
You really want to know that answer?
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21.
Yes.
So you're 21, and how old are the women that you go after? You go after these older women, I assume, because they keep you looking.
I love older women, It got to be like 38, 35. I love them. Something about them, I just love them, And they take care of me.
Do you disrespect them in any way?
Oh,
or
no. I give them the top respect
Okay.
they deserve, because they make sure I'm fway and nice every time I treat them right. I take them out, We go to McDonald's, when I got the cash,
So you buying them Happy Meals?
Oh, yeah.
Nah. Keep them happy? You say you take them to
Happy Meals.
McDonald's. I mean,
Nah, they get the full on, Big Macs.
McDonald's. Wow.
Big Macs.
It don't be off
He
my
used to
money.
do that. Wow.
It ain't off my money, Want to give me the money, I go and spend it on you.
Oh,
How do you
wow.
think these women feel about you doing that? Are they aware? First of all, are they aware that you go from woman to woman? Like,
Well, Some of them I tell them. I tell them, you know, I got a young lady. If you want to be my baby, you know, you got to accept her. We all got to share, you know. I'm just saying. We got to, you know, come together with this.
You let them meet each other, do they?
Nah, only 2 of them met each other. The other ones, they kind of feisty, so, you know, I got to keep them away from each other.
I'm just like, my brain over here is just like turning.
Look at me, you know.
How many? So how many is there? You said 2 know of each other, but the other ones are feisty. You know they gonna be coming to get you. They're watching the show right now. You know that, right? They feisty, right?
One thing about me, it's more fish in the sea.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness!
One
Is he
go,
serious?
the other one come along.
I understand why your daddy wants you to come
Dad,
back.
Bring 'em
how
on
does,
in.
hearing
I
all
see
this,
that, like,
You
wow.
know?
how does all of this make you feel? How does, you know, as a father, and you said you raised him right, and he wasn't grown. You didn't teach him like that. How does all of this make you feel? Because I know me as a woman, I couldn't talk to this guy. We couldn't even hold a conversation.
None.
Well, he preys on women with low self-esteem.
That's obvious.
And out of all the things that he's obtained from these women, money and all these prestigious things, I just want him to buy some dignity. Take that money and buy some dignity. Man up. Because this is not something that I've trained you in. I've trained you to be respectful and to honor and to care for women and protect them. And you're showing me something totally different. This hurts. This actually hurts.
But I'm still young, you know. I gotta live. I gotta see what's out there. I put it like this. I don't know what's here for me right now. Because, you know, there's a lot of women in the world. It could be a woman for me in Paris. I don't know. I ain't been there yet, but I know.
She gonna buy you a plane ticket.
Yeah, one of them gonna buy me a plane ticket up there. You know, I'm gonna meet the one in my life one day. But until then, I gotta keep it going and keep it going.
You know what goes around comes around.
Yeah. But
So
right
that-
now, he ain't came around yet.
That one woman that you feel like you're going to love one day might be the one that play you like you played the women in your past.
Yeah, you could say that, you know. I have come across one that kind of caught my eye. But she ain't giving up enough money. So I can't keep on my team. I gotta keep it going, you know.
After this break, we're going to have more with Devontae and his father. Welcome back. We actually have Dr. Blunt in here with us tonight. Hopefully, we can steer Devontae, seeing as how he is so young, into the right direction that his father wants him to go into. Dr. Blunt.
Yes, I was listening, young man, and I realized that youth has their advantages. And when you're young, you feel like the world is at your disposal. And that could be true. Do you love your mother? Of course. You love your mother. One of the things that you have to take in consideration when you're womanizing. First is the emotions of women. You can't always peg how their reactions are going to be. Today they may seem that like they're fine with the womanizing, and tomorrow it could be a retaliation against you. You ever heard that song? It's a thin line between love and hate. Mm-hmm. It's a thin line between love and hate. And for men, we have to realize that relationships are important. It may not seem important to you. You get what you want at this moment in a society that tells us women will learn to be nurturing, but it's important to them to have connection, a true connection. They always wait for the Prince Charming. Do you see yourself as a handsome young man?
Of course.
Prince Charming.
Of course.
And usually the Prince Charming is a man who wants a serious relationship. And there's nothing wrong with the way your dad said he raised you to love your one woman and be involved with a more interpersonal type relationship. While you're young, it may not seem important. But as you get older, as the song says, your looks will be gone, and when the others turn you off, who will be turning you on? You need that one woman who will stay there. When the 20s stop spinning, when the gold digging disappear, you need that one who will be there with you. I mean, granted, every man wants to think, hey, they want me. And all men generally have that view. Oh, they want me. But in reality, it's what's inside of you. What drives you to prey on women? It's something more sinister in you than just the money. I mean, you have to really examine yourself because there's more valuable things than just one night stands. And as you were talking, I thought about Solomon in the Bible. He had 700 wives, and he had 300 concubines. That's 1,000 women. But they didn't take care of him.
Come on, truth.
He took care of them. But at the end of the day, he said to himself, after he partied, he gave himself over to drinking and enjoying everything. At the end of the day, after he realized that the eyes of a man are never satisfied, I don't care how many women you have, you will never be satisfied. He told in one of his writings to remember a wise son takes his father's counsel. Because after it's all been said and done, he had lived a high life. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Riches untold, wisdom unmeasured or unparalleled, and a cadre of women that anybody, and they knew about themselves. But at the end of the day, he looked for one. I think her name was Solomon. Out of all of you need that personal relationship. God created us for personal relationship. Again, it seems good. In hip-hop, I think we chased that. I was a hip-hop singer. I was a singer. And at night, I'd hear those girls holler, oh, Terry Blunt, I want y'all. And you know what I thought? They don't want me. They want that guy. That's not me. That's a guy up on stage. They want him. Terry's trying to get revenue for his house. So as a man, like your dad said, you want to man up and with all of the things you heard those sisters talk about that are against the African American women or just women in general, don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. When I look at my mother's pictures as a young woman, I try to look in her eyes and envision the hurt that she may have had at the hands of men and say, Lord, I don't want to be one of those men who will hurt women. I mean, you have all opportunity. It's what you do. Man up. Right, Dad?
Man up.
Man up. Man, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being a good man. There's nothing wrong with it.
Thank you, Dr. Terry Blunt, for that. And hopefully, Devontae listened and he will put it to use. That I know you've been on him, and I just, continue to push him forward, and so he can change, because he is still young.
Yeah.
So I do believe he can change, but he is pretty stuck in his way. So it's going to be a little tough. After this break,